a horizontal line of some length, right? So mention with capital letters. Capital A, capital B, capital C, and capital D. Any two dimensions supposed to show it. 49.8, 43.3, and this dimension is required again, 12.3, and this height also it is required. Excuse me, 21.7. So these dimensions are sufficient to draw isometric view of a prism. Now, so first this outer boundary 49.8 and 43.3. Based upon this one, first I'm going to construct isometric view of a square first. Is isorhombus. Now I'm going to draw axis vertical. That is axis perpendicular to HP. So here press F5, 49.8. Excuse me, 43.3. Again 49.8. Now 12.3, 12.3. So type to do the naming. So add 12.3 of the ortho. So from here it is 12.3. That corner is also 12.3. Now this height 21.7. This is 21.7. And this also 21.7. Now what is this again? 12.3, 12.3. 12.3, 12.3. So small a. So this is your small a, small b, small c, small d, small e, and small f. Now draw the lines. Now remove the arcs for understanding purpose. First join this diagonal to identify the center. So what is the axis height?
60 mm.
60 mm. So this Fi stand for 60 mm. Now select all these lines, including this. Modify copy from this base and keep it here, right? Now join E to E. Join E to E first. Now similarly join F to F. Now join A to A. A to A. Now join B to B. Now remove the portions which are hidden. This you can remove it, and this you can remove it, and this rhombus also you can remove it. Only I'm going to retain the portions which are visible only. This inside is hidden, and this is hidden, and this is hidden. You can retain the alphabets which are visible only. Just for namesake I'm removing. Only retain the alphabets which are visible only. Are able to follow how to draw a prism?
Yes, sir.
Only just retain the alphabets which are visible only. So final solution should be given with line weight followed by any dark color. This is axis perpendicular to HP, right? Now axis perpendicular to VP. So using 49.8 and 43.3. 49.8, 43.3. Again 49.8, 43.3. So 12.3 and 12.3. So from here it is 12.3, and from here it is also 12.3. And what is this height? 21.7. From here it is 21.7. From here is also 21.7. From there again 12.3, 12.3. And this is also 12.3. Meanwhile, do the lettering. For time being, I'm not going to do. Now, first of all, join this diagonal, and axis also should be kept in iso angle. Don't forget, if you don't keep axis in iso angle, also it becomes wrong. It won't become isometric view. On the ortho, plus Fi. It should show angle of 150 degrees. So what is the axis height? 65, right? 65. Again, this line should coincide with that center. Modify, copy it. Now join top to top. Now I'm removing the portions which are hidden. Let's remove this rhombus for the sake of understanding. Axis also should be removed. Inside this is hidden, and this is hidden, and this is the portion which is visible. Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is axis perpendicular to VP. Right? So kindly please take the screenshots. Done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now this problem, please do it on your own, and this I'm not going to explain you. Draw the isometric view of a pentagonal prism. Draw the isometric view of a pentagonal prism. Draw the isometric view of a pentagonal prism of side of base 25 mm, of side of base 25 mm. Draw the isometric view of a pentagonal prism of side of base 25 mm and height 60 mm, and height 60 mm, and height 60 mm. Bit number 1, when the axis is vertical. Bit number 1, when the axis is vertical. And bit number 2, when the axis is horizontal. Bit number 2, when the axis is horizontal. This problem, please kindly do it on your own. I hope can you able to solve the problem?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, shall I go to the next problem? Yeah. So draw the isometric view of a cylinder. Draw the isometric view of a cylinder. Draw the isometric view of a cylinder of base 50 mm diameter. Draw the isometric view of a cylinder of base 50 mm diameter and 70 mm height. Draw the isometric view of a cylinder of base 50 mm diameter and 70 mm height and 70 mm height. Bit number 1, when the solid is when the solid rests with its base on HP. Bit number 1, when the solid rests with its base on HP. That is bit number 1. Next, bit number 2, when the solid rests with its base on VP. Bit number 2, when the solid rests with its base on VP. Means that axis perpendicular to HP and axis perpendicular to VP. Right? So I'm going to remove this one. First, just draw one small portion of the cylinder. Circle center diameter. How much? What is the diameter? 50 mm. Just try to inscribe that in a square. 50 ఉంటుంది. No doubt in that. Not required to divide the circle in number of equal parts because since it is not an orthographic view. 70 mm. Lettering do it. But meanwhile, I'm not doing that simple lettering. Just show the dimension 50, 70 mm. So using 50, so first I'm going to draw the axis vertical, that is surface, not surface, axis perpendicular to HP. Right now, simple. So using 50 mm, construct isometric view of a square. There's isorhombus using 50, say 5, 50, plus 50, plus 50. So first join the major diagonal. So press EL, press I, enter. First draw the ellipse just like a previous method. Now what is the axis height? 70 mm long. Press F5, 70. And see that this center should coincide with this ellipse. Now join here up to here and join up to here. Remove the portions which are visible. Remove portions which are hidden. Sorry. So this back side won't be visible. Only retain the portions which are visible only. Are you able to follow? So this is axis perpendicular to HP. Cylinder. Inside is not visible. Are you able to follow?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This is axis perpendicular to HP. Now axis perpendicular to VP. Similarly, so draw its front view with ISO left or ISO right. 50, 50, followed by 50, and followed by 50. So first join the major diagonal. Press EL, enter, I enter. Any midpoint. And axis also should be drawn in ISO angle at an angle of 150 degrees. If you don't draw ISO in proper angle, you won't get isometric view. So kindly remember this point, whatever I'm explaining you, right? So axis also should be drawn with iso angle. If we draw with left side, that is iso right side, it show angle 150. Iso left, it shows angle 30 degrees. Okay. What is axis height? 70 mm. Now, copy this ellipse, modify, copy it from this center, and this center should match with this center. This center to be drawn, and this center to be drawn. Now I need to retain the portions which are visible only. Are able to follow what I am doing? This axis vertical or horizontal. Those are the portions which are visible. Are you able to follow? See, the inside portion is hidden, right? So please take the screenshots. Are you able to follow this whatever I'm drawing?
Sir.
Right? Yeah. Done with the screenshot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. One second. Yeah. Okay, the heading is isometric views of cones and pyramids. 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 Yeah, first of all, make a note of the problem. Draw the isometric view of a hexagonal pyramid. Draw the isometric view of a hexagonal pyramid of side of base. Draw the isometric view of a hexagonal pyramid of side of base 30 mm, 30 mm, and height 75 mm. Draw the isometric view of a hexagonal pyramid of side of base 30 mm and height 75 mm. Bit number 1. When the axis is vertical, bit number 1, when the axis is vertical, and bit number 2, when the axis is horizontal. Bit number 2, when the axis is horizontal. Draw the isometric view of a hexagonal pyramid of side of base 30 mm and height 70 mm and height 75 mm. Bit number 1, when the axis is vertical, and bit number 2, when the axis is horizontal. Right? Are you able to follow? Yeah, using the same length. So మీరు ఆ ప్రాబ్లం ఇచ్చినట్టుగా తీసుకోండి length. And this I had drawn it previously. Based upon previous lengths, I am going to draw the pyramid. So first you have to inscribe the hexagon in a square, and then you need to construct the outer boundary. So మీకు ఏమి ఇచ్చిన లెన్స్ దాంతోనే కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయండి. బట్ ఇక్కడ టైమింగ్ చెప్తున్నాను. ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు ఫాలో? ఆర్ యూ ఏబుల్ టు ఫాలో ఆర్ నాట్?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, press F5. So 49.8. So 43.3. Then 49.8. So using 12.3, 12.3. So arc and C enter. 12.3 tab. 12.3 tab. So height 21.7, that length. This is 21.7. And this is also 21.7. And again 12.3, 12.3. Lettering I'm not doing, but kindly do it. Now join the hexagon. So now first draw the concerned diagonal. What is axis height? ఎంత ఉంది యాక్సెస్ హైట్? సపోజ్ 60 ఇచ్చాను అనుకోండి, 65 ఇచ్చాను అనుకోండి. Now that becomes your apex. So from here to here. So from here to here. Here to here. Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Now remove the portions which are hidden. That, oh. Yeah, these are the portions which are visible. This is the final solution. Backside is hidden. Are you able to follow how to construct a pyramid? Yeah. This is axis vertical or axis perpendicular to HP. Now axis perpendicular to VP. Now 49.8. F5. 43.3. Again 49.8. 43.3. Right. And 12.3, 12.3. This side it is 12.3. And this side also it is 12.3. What is this height? 21.7. This is 21.7. This is 21.7. This is 12.3. This is 12.3. So first join this diagonal. Now what is the axis height? Suppose if I give 60 mm, 65 mm, say for example, plus F5 should be drawn at iso angle 65 mm. Now from the apex, we need to join to the successive corners. So these are the portions which are visible. Are able to follow? Are you able to follow or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they are the portions which are visible. Right? So this apex
iPhone
can be
thumbs up
drawn this
emoji.
side also, back side
We
also,
got
and this
tired
base
of
can be
annoying
drawn at
people
the
saying,
top side
there's
also, as
nothing
you
new
wish.
with the new iPhone. So we've
Right?
managed to insert a real avocado slice inside the phone.
So similarly, solve this next problem on your own. Draw the isometric view of a pentagonal
And
pyramid.
it gets better. We made
Draw the
this phone
isometric view of a
0.3 grams
pentagonal
lighter
pyramid.
by removing the phone call
Draw the
feature
isometric
and
view
all the
of a
cameras.
pentagonal
But you
pyramid
can still take
of side of
stunningly
base
realistic photos with
30
this
mm.
iPhone. Simply
Draw the
click on the
isometric
phone
view of
using
a
our
pentagonal
patent-pending
pyramid of side of
phone
base
down gesture.
30 mm and height
Then by using your
75 mm
very own eyes,
and
you
height
can see real-life moments
75
in
mm
reality. We call this feature
and height 75
being in
mm.
the
Bit number
moment,
1
or BITM.
with
BITM
the
technology
axis
creates real mental
perpendicular to
images
HP.
called
Bit
iMemories.
number 1
Most
with the
iMemories will
axis
only be stored for a few days,
perpendicular
but
to
the good
HP,
ones last a
and bit
lifetime.
number 2 with the
Thank you.
axis perpendicular to VP.
And we removed all
Bit number 2 with the
age-specific
axis
and gender-specific names. Meet the
perpendicular to
new
VP.
iPhone
Sir,
thumbs up
what is
emoji.
the side of
We
base?
got tired of annoying people
Side
saying,
of base
there's
30
nothing new.
mm.
Okay, sir.
Side of base 30 mm and height 75 mm. And height 75 mm. Bit number 1 when the axis is perpendicular to HP. Bit number 2 when the axis is perpendicular to VP. Please solve it on your own. Next I'm going to the other problem. Or you solve this problem also. Draw the isometric view of a triangular pyramid. Draw the isometric view of a triangular pyramid. Draw the isometric view of a triangular pyramid of side of base 35 mm. Draw the isometric view of a triangular pyramid of side of base 35 mm and height 75 mm and height 75 mm and height 75 mm and height 75 mm. Bit number 1 when the solid is
The side of base.
side of base 35 mm and height 75 mm and height 75 mm. Next bit number 1, under this bit number 1 the solid is going to stand with its base on the HP. Bit number 1 the solid is going to stand with its base on HP. Bit number 1 the solid is going to stand with its base on HP. Next bit number 2 the solid is going to stand with its base on VP. the solid is going to stand with its base on VP. Bit number 2, and the solid is going to stand with its base on VP. So please solve this problem also on your own. Next, draw the isometric view of a cone. Draw the isometric view of a cone. Draw the isometric view of a cone. Draw the isometric view of a cone with a 50 mm diameter as base circle. With a 50 mm diameter as base circle. With a 50 mm diameter as base circle and 70 mm axis height. And 70 mm as axis height. And 70 mm as axis height. And 70 mm as axis height. Under that, bit number 1, the axis is perpendicular to HP. Bit number 1, the axis is perpendicular to HP. And bit number 2, axis is perpendicular to VP. Bit number 2, and the axis is perpendicular to VP. Okay, so how to draw the cone? ఈ స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసుకున్నారు ఇది this one, have you taken the screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now in a circle of 50 mm diameter, so 50 ante I'm going to draw it directly. But మీరు డ్రా చేయండి, మీరు అలా డ్రా చేయకుండా ఉండద్దు, అలా డ్రా చేయండి మీరు. ఫర్ టైమింగ్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ డ్రాయింగ్. సో ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డ్రా యాక్సిస్ perpendicular to HP. So this is 50, 50, 50 and 50. First join its major diagonal. Press EL, enter isocircle. Any one midpoint. Now draw the axis of 70 mm long. Press F5. 70 mm long. Now join with a tangent. And this one join with a tangent. Don't join as you like. This is one tangent. And this is also one tangent. Join with the tangents. Right? Now remove the portions which are hidden. Only this is a portion which is visible. Yeah, inside portion is hidden. Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So see that inside portion is hidden. Yeah. Similarly, draw with axis horizontal. That is axis perpendicular to VP. So take this 50, 50, again 50, again 50. Major diagonal. Press EL, enter, I, enter. So axis also should be taken in iso angle. Press F5. So 70 mm, 75 or 70 or 75. Join with the tangents. Always join with the tangent for cone. Always join with the cone. So now remove the portions which are hidden. Now everything is visible in this case. Right? In this portion, everything is visible. Are able to follow? Are you able to follow or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. So axis vertical and horizontal. Please kindly take the screenshots. Yeah. So can I move with other problem? Have taken the screenshot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now keep the heading as frustums. Isometric views of frustums. See, I'm going to write here frustums are applicable only for cones and pyramids. Only for cones and pyramids. Frustums is applicable only for cones and pyramids, not for prisms. Because when you assume that section plane is going to be cut at one topmost portion of it, so that is a apex portion of a cone or pyramid is going to be sliced, so that you can see the portion which is retained is called as a frustum. Frustum of a cone or frustum of a pyramid. Are you able to follow? Right. So now we are going to saw a simple frustums. So yeah, draw the isometric view of a frustum of a cone. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a cone. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a cone, of its top and bottom, of its top and bottom, of its top and bottom diameters are, of its top and bottom diameters are. Top diameter and bottom diameter ante entante, top diameter, that is apex portion is going to be removed, that becomes a top diameter, and the base diameter is the whatever portion is remain. So of its top and bottom diameters are 35 mm and 50 mm respectively. Of its top and bottom diameters are 35 mm and 50 mm, 50 respectively. 35 mm and 50 mm uh, respectively. Right? Are you able to follow the problem? Are
Yes.
you able to follow the problem or not?
Sir, can you repeat?
What you are doing? Draw the
Sir,
isometric
trying to.
view of a frustum of a cone, of its top and bottom diameters are. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a cone, of its top and bottom diameters are 35 mm and 50 mm respectively. 35 mm and 50 mm respectively. 35 mm and 50 mm respectively. Full stop. The frustum is going to be rest with its base on HP. The frustum is going to rest with its base on HP. The frustum is going to rest with its base on HP. The frustum is going to rest with its base on HP. Okay, so now I'm going to draw. So what is the base diameter and top diameter? Top diameter is 35 mm. So first draw a smaller circle center diameter of 35 mm, 35 mm, and try to inscribe in a square. It shows 35 mm only, but anyhow you need to show in the part of a solution. Dimension show it as 35. And what is the other diameter of base diameter? 50 mm.
50.
Yeah, diameter 50 mm. So inscribe in a square. So show one dimension. So using 35 and 50, I'm going to construct the frustum of a cone. So first I'm going to construct this base first using 50, standing with its base on HP. So using let's say a 550, 50, followed by 50 and followed by 50. So ellipse. So first join the major diagonal. EL, enter, I enter. So now what is the axis height is given? First term axis height, take it as 53 mm. Axis height, take it as 53 mm. Note చేసుకొని problem లో. Axis height, take it as 53 mm. 53 mm. Now this bottom base diameter I have drawn. Now draw separately as top diameter. 35. Include 35. Press F5. 35. Press F5. 35. 35 and 35. Now join the major diameter, sorry, major diagonal EL and isocircle. Yeah. Now copy this ellipse, modify, copy it from this center point and keep it here. Now join with the tangents. Here join with the tangent and here join with the tangent. Yeah. Now remove the portions which are hidden. So that's the portion which is going to be retained. That is the frustum of a cone where apex portion of it is going to be removed by a section plane. Are you able to follow it?
Yes, sir.
This is the frustum of a cone. Inside it is hidden, right? Similarly, you just try it when the axis is horizontal. Second bit, you just add it and do it on your own. Axis is horizontal. When this axis is vertical, I had drawn. Axis is horizontal, just draw it on your own. Axis, draw it horizontal on your own. Right? So have you taken the screenshot of this? Right? Have taken?
Yes, sir.
Fine. I'll go with the next column. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a square pyramid. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a square pyramid. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a square pyramid with sides of the top and bottom faces are with sides of top and bottom faces are with sides of top and bottom faces are with sides of top and bottom faces are 58 mm with sides of top and bottom faces are 58 mm and 70 mm respectively, with sides of top and bottom faces are 58 mm and 70 mm respectively, and height is 22 mm, and height is 22 mm, and height is 22 mm. So draw the isometric view of a frustum of a square pyramid, right? So first I'm going to draw the base side of 70 mm, right? And next I'm going to draw the top side, right? So 70 mm. So draw square of 70, 70, 70. Say square is not inscribed in a square. Again, it's not required, right? Now, uh, next is this is the base side, and top side is how much? 58 mm. 58 mm. So for this, what you are going to do is draw the axis height. What is axis height is how much?
22 mm.
So take axis height is 22 mm. Now draw separately. That is a top face 58 mm. Press F5 58, F5 58, 58, and 58. Now just draw this major. Oh, sorry. Draw this major diagonal. Major diagonal. Modify. Move it exactly with its center. Now join this. Now remove the portions which are hidden. Are able to follow how to construct a square pyramid? Right? Frustum of a square pyramid. Are able to follow? Are you able to follow or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That apex portion is removed, right? Now, so I have taken screenshot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And these two problems, please solve it on your own. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a hexagonal pyramid. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a hexagonal pyramid. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of hexagonal pyramid, comma, sides of top and bottom faces are, sides of top and bottom faces are, sides are, sides of top and bottom faces are 15 mm and 30 mm. Sides of top and bottom faces are 15 mm, 15 mm and 30 mm respectively, and height is 50 mm, and height is 50 mm. I repeat the problem. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a hexagonal pyramid. Sides of top and bottom faces are being 15 mm and 30 mm respectively, and height is 50 mm. Height is 50 mm. Full stop. The frustum is going to stand with its base on HP. The frustum is going to stand with its base on HP. It is bit number 1. The frustum is going to stand with its base on HP is bit number 1. And bit number 2, the frustum is going to stand with its base on VP. The frustum is going to stand with its base on VP. It is bit number 2. So please kindly solve this problem on your own. You have to inscribe two hexagons in a square, that is small hexagon and a big hexagon, and then you need to draw as per that, right? So okay, can you solve the problem?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, next problem. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a pentagonal pyramid. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a pentagonal pyramid. Draw the isometric view of a frustum of a pentagonal pyramid. Sides of top and bottom faces are being same thing, 15 mm and 30 mm respectively. Sides of top and bottom faces are being 15 mm and 30 mm respectively, and height is 50 mm, and height is 50 mm. Full stop. Bit number 1, the axis of the frustum is vertical. Bit number 1, the axis of frustum is vertical. The axis of frustum is horizontal. Bit number 2, the axis of frustum is horizontal. The axis of frustum is horizontal. Right? So okay, can you solve this problem? Are you able to solve the problem or not? Same thing. Whatever I have done as earlier. Right? Are you okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So with this, I'm going to end the syllabus. Right? This is the syllabus is completed for your CAEG. Coming to the case of examination, that is a mid examination. I'm going to conduct this mid examination, as I told you, on 12th of December. So examination pattern, I'm going to give 6 questions. You are going to write 3 questions. So those 6 questions I can give in any units. I'm not going to give internal choice in the individual units. So that 6 questions can be given in any units. In that you have to write 3 questions. Each question carries 10 marks. Total 30 marks, and other 10 marks I'm going to take the average for your sheet submission. So you are going to submit the sheets on 5th of December. So all these sheets including isometric views, what I have taught till today. You are going to submit the complete sheets on 5th, right? Because 12th you are going to write the internal exam. So external exam date will be intimated later, right? 5th of December, you are supposed to submit all the sheets including isometric views which was taught till today, right? So you have to bring all the sheets which is previously corrected also in the one stick file. I'm going to take the average of all the marks. Fine.
Sir, the previous sheets are with you only, I guess.
It's not with me. All the sheets are with you only. I am not now taken to VNR.
Unit 1,
Yes.
the cycloid, epicycloid, and ellipse, those sheets, the unit 1 sheets are not with us, sir.
No. నేనేం తీసుకోలేదు. I not taken any single sheet from you. Even I used to ask that keep it in my cabin. ఆ క్యాబిన్లోనే ఉంటాయి కానీ ఇంకెక్కడికి పోవు. ఆ క్యాబిన్లో అన్ని షీట్స్ మీరు తీసేసుకున్నారు. ఐ హావ్ నాట్ టేకెన్ ఎనీ సింగిల్ షీట్. Right? Please kindly check with your friends or please kindly confirm with your friends. I have not taken any sheets with me. Okay, so please kindly take your attendance. CR, who is the CR of the class? Who is CR? Yeah, please, I think you had marked this attendance. Yeah, please take the screenshot of the attendance. Done. Okay, thank you. So please complete the sheets and submit the sheets on 5th of December. Right? Examination pattern. I hope you are aware of examination pattern. Total 6 questions. You are going to write 3 questions. So the 6 questions can be asked in any units. Right? So thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.